Good afternoon, boys and girls, and welcome to Adventures of the Broken Retired. I've been sitting down doing some pondering this morning, and I came up with a couple of questions. The first question is, why is the grass green? The second question is, why is the sky blue? Do we see things as they really are? Is what we see real? I know things out there are real because I can touch them and they obstruct my path. And they exist even when my eyes are closed. But when my eyes are open, am I seeing things as they really are? Why is the grass green? And why is the sky blue? Science tells us it's chlorophyll that makes the grass green. Chlorophyll is the pigment that allows the grass to harness the sun's energy and convert it into power for itself. Why is the sky blue? This one's a bit more complicated than green grass. I'll answer it this way to avoid wandering too far off from the point of this story, and to keep it simple, at least for now. The sky is blue because that's the color that makes it through the Earth's atmosphere to our eyes. While I'm sure both of those answers are indisputable scientific facts, and I certainly don't disagree or challenge either one of them, they just don't actually answer my questions. Why is the grass green? And why is the sky blue? The correct answer to this is the grass is green because through your entire life, from the earliest days of your existence, you've been taught that the color that grass happens to be is called green. The same way that you've been told this is a house, and this is a tree, and this is an elephant. This color, the color of grass, is called green. Same for the sky. You've been told that color is blue. And you've been told this is brown, and this is red, and onward with virtually everything on Earth. What you refer to anything as is the name you've been told is appropriate for that thing. Therefore, the grass is green and the sky is blue because you've been told they are. A rose by any other name would still smell as sweet. Shakespeare got it. He understood what I'm talking about. Or maybe it's me understanding him. After all, he did say it first. Is what we see real? Let me preface this discussion with where this rabbit hole began for me. Back in my high school days, some of my friends were hunters. Sometimes they'd come to school with hunter orange hats or jackets or gloves or whatever. I made a comment to one of them one day about how stupid it was to walk around in the woods wearing bright orange when you're trying to hide from the animals. That attempt at a quip turned out to be a complete disclosure of my ignorance, and I was quickly retorted with, "Deer can't see orange, stupid." I had no idea deer couldn't see orange. I had no idea any animal saw things different than I did. I knew insects had vision different than mine, but not other mammals. That made me start thinking deer couldn't see reality, and that inability was a huge detriment to them. Without being able to see the orange, they'd walk right into harm's way. Then I started thinking about myself, and maybe I couldn't see reality either. Maybe there were colors and things out there I couldn't see. I went deeper down the hole and wondered what would happen if I were to attach my eyeballs to your brain. Would the grass be orange? Maybe the only reason the grass was green was because that's the name of the color I saw. Maybe we all saw colors differently, or maybe some of us didn't see colors at all. Then I heard one of the kids in my school was colorblind. Things were starting to get pretty deep. My dad told me when he was about 9 or 10 years old, he got his first pair of glasses. He said the entire world looked different when he put them on. I asked him why he didn't ask for glasses sooner. He said he didn't know he needed them. He thought everyone saw the same way he did. In fact, he didn't ask for them when he got them. Someone else figured out he needed them. My friend Bruce didn't know he needed glasses until he went to get a driver's license, for that same reason. He didn't know he saw any different than anyone else did. That's two people, both of whom I knew well and have absolutely no reason to doubt the truth of their stories, who didn't see reality, or at least lived an important part of their lives not being able to see reality without knowing they couldn't see it. So I can say for sure that not seeing what's real and not knowing you're not seeing it does exist. That is real. So that begs the question, am I, or maybe I should say are we, as humans, seeing what's actually out there in front of our eyes? Or are we seeing only what our vision allows us to see? Turns out the answer is the latter of the two. This is the spectrum of light. I don't pretend to understand all of the scientific details of this, but I do understand that this is a classification, or a map, shall we say, of all the different kinds of electromagnetic waves that we as humans know exist. A lot of what's on this list never makes it through the Earth's atmosphere, so we can't see it because it's not here. But that being said and understood, there's a bunch of it that does make it through that we can't see. Those are considered to be invisible because, in fact, they are invisible to the human eye. We can't see them, but we know they're there. What would the world look like if we could see all of those? Would we be able to navigate through them? Or would everything, everywhere, be so completely cluttered up that we couldn't see a foot in front of ourselves? Far as I understand, stopping a lot of the waves we can't see takes special equipment. So would we all have to live in lead houses? Would we have to create some sort of bubble around us just to have room enough to see each other? Humankind may very well never have been able to exist in such conditions. Finding food would have been impossible. As a species, we'd most likely have died off years ago. What if some sort of virus or disease or phenomenon were to take place and change our vision? What if we were suddenly able to see radio waves and microwaves and infrared waves that we can't see now? Would it be like having a million flies buzzing around your body all the time? Some of them even going completely through you? Would it be total madness?